What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 1894. I'm Darragh Alba. Luke will be here today. We're talking about Wolves are coming into off a very good result against Newcastle. Luke, how are you feeling going into it?
Being very good, mate. I think after Sunday, it's a massive confidence boost after that disappointment last Wednesday in Madrid. It feels good again. But especially obviously with today's news about obviously a certain Erling Haaland being signed as well. It's just good vibes now, which is what we need going into the last 3 games. So, and also I think Wolves especially. I mean, I know they got a result against Chelsea, but I mean Chelsea aren't that team anymore. They're third, but Arsenal. I think Arsenal will actually get third over them. I think Arsenal are actually going to. I think if not careful, I know it's about City, but Chelsea could lose out. Not careful, but anyway, on to the Wolves game. I thought Wolves did alright, but we should beat them. I mean, looking at the team at the moment, how key if you are as a unit, we should get the job done on Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think Wolves, obviously we just about got out around the other side of them when we played them in I think it was just after Christmas. Obviously, it took a Sterling penalty to get through, a very contentious penalty at that. But Wolves are that type of team. They're very, very good defensively. They can sit down. They're very well organised, very good at setting up a block, and they play with a 5. So the thing I have to sort around say straight away is you're going to need some pace in those wings to be getting in between that little part between the wing back and the centre back. So you always say it whenever we play a 5. That is always the move. You have to be getting in between them because it's considerably, with the way they attack, it's a considerable gap between them and the centre half. That has to be the way to do it. And you can see the team now, we've gone for a bit of pace with Sterling out there. Luke, but since they've seen a bit of the team, is there anyone you kind of want to focus on?
Yeah, I mean, I think Raheem Sterling as well, obviously on Sunday, scored 2 goals. And obviously two finishes. I think his first goal was probably my favourite one because the way he's like Gundogan played the ball into Cancelo to head back to Sterling was a proper goal this season, like just commonplace, ball into the box, to tap across, tap in. But it was just great to sort of see that kind of clinical finishing again. Like I think Raheem's had one of those seasons where he hasn't been woeful, but it could have been a lot better. I mean, 12 goals in the league. I mean, that's still not too bad considering obviously everyone around him was like not even that far off him, but it's still like for a player of his quality, he should be getting a lot more than that. I think it's kind of showed like this season especially that I think Pep's kind of like lost that kind of faith in him that he had before. But I'm happy to see him get them 2 goals. So I think we do need. It's the kind of game Wolves where we do need him. I think this is a game that especially where Raheem Sterling will thrive in this game.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I do agree with you. I think the pace in behind is going to be fantastic, especially with De Bruyne finally being back on form, able to ping those passes in behind. It's glorious to watch. But the man I want to focus on is Aymeric Laporte. I think he's going to be without a proper centre half beside him, of course, unless Ake plays, which doesn't look likely. It's going to be Fernandinho. It's going to be Laporte beside him. Laporte, he's come up huge in some games, and he's been piss poor in some games. So I'm hoping he turns up now because he really needs to show why he should be in ahead of Stones. I'm a John Stones enthusiast. I think John Stones is better than him. It's nothing against Laporte. I think Stones is absolutely fantastic. This is where he turns around now and he has to say, this is why I'm in this team. This is why I'm going to be here. I want to be in ahead of Stones. I want to be maybe even in ahead of Diaz, who's slightly dropped off in form, but it's going to happen with a bit of rust. Laporte really has to be on top here because their counter-attack is fantastic. Obviously, I'm just looking at some of their team now. They have your man Pedro Neto. He's fantastic. I know he's only coming off an injury. He's fantastic. And Jimenez, he's one of the best poachers in that league. You're going to have to be really on high alert, especially as good as he has been. Fernandinho is beside him. He's just going to have to be aware. He's going to have to be his defensive awareness is going to have to be on top notch if he wants to keep Jimenez quiet. And I think you've alluded to it before, Luke. It's going to be it could be a case of outscoring them, really, couldn't it?
Exactly, mate. I think also as well, like there's one thing that we learned from Madrid, or has to learn from Madrid this season, is game management. There's one thing that we even when we used to do it, the Centurions. Remember when we beat United 2-0 and we literally jousted it and won 2-0 and popped in the corner. Yeah. That's what we should be. That's what we should be doing again because there are games like this where it's going to be scrappy and really close. This is the kind of game where I think we'll definitely win on Wednesday. But I'm just saying, like, if it's a scrappy game and Wolves are trying to get back into the game, best thing we can do is just keep it in the corner and be scrappy and make it difficult. I mean, that's one thing that we definitely need to do. I mean, obviously be clinical. That's obviously the big takeaway. But having that kind of edge about us, that kind of like attitude about us is important. Because especially in these last 3 games where all 3 teams had their own ability to beat us, and it's important that we get this right.
Yeah, 100%. I think you're dead right. So, yeah, before we wrap it up, I'll ask you your score predictions. I know you usually forget them, so I'll ask you your score prediction.
I'm gonna go 2-0. I mean, obviously we scored 5 on Sunday, but I think this is the kind of game where we don't really get like 5-0 or 6-0 at Molineux. It doesn't happen for us. So I think 2-0, another goal from Sterling, and I think a goal from De Bruyne.
I think we'll hold them out. I think we'll win 1-0. I think it's just one of those games, like you said, scrappy. The game management's going to have to be on point. I think a 1-0. And trust me, I will take that and run because we need anything we can get. It doesn't matter. I think our goal difference, I haven't looked at the goal difference, but I think our goal difference since the other night is vastly superior. I think we 4 or 5 goals on them, which means that, God forbid, we drop a point. We are still in with that. But we'll wrap it up there. Obviously, the news has come in today. We've just signed, or as we're recording this today, we've pretty much signed Erling Haaland. There's good vibes, like Luke said. And we're going into this now, happy little men, and we're going to come out even happier little men. Isn't that right? Go on. We'll see you after. Thanks for watching.